That brings us up to our second major point of consideration today, which is a shorter existence. Verse 3, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, and yet his days shall be 120 years. In verse 3, we see this very sad commentary, as if we need any others, on the existence of man before the flood. Men really did live to great ages, 800-900 years old. And if you don't believe that, we've talked about this, and some people I know struggle with them living to 800 or 900 years old. But if you don't believe that, then you have no reason to believe what Isaiah writes from his own pen, speaking about the millennial age which is coming when Christ returns again. It says, no more shall an infant from there live but a few days, nor an old man who has not fulfilled his days. For the child shall die 100 years old, but the sinner being 100 years old shall be accursed. They shall build houses and inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards and eat their fruit. They shall not build and another inhabit. They shall not plant and another eat. For as the days of a tree, so shall be the days of my people, and my elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. You know, we got these giant sequoias out in California, Sequoia National Forest, live to be 3,500 years old, and that's how old they are now. They have no idea how long they'll continue on. They were around when Moses was receiving the law from God on Mount Sinai. And he says that people will live to be the age of a tree sometime in the future. Because man shunned God's will, he promised to cut their years approximately eightfold to only 120 years. Eventually, this was cut by another threefold or another third, so that the Psalms record that our years are 70 years, or if we are exceptionally strong, 80 years. And nothing has changed since that was penned by Moses in the 90th Psalm. It's the oldest psalm in the Bible, and he's writing that 3,500 years ago, saying that someday in the Bible it tells us we will live as long as that psalm was written ago, 3,500 and plus years. It's unbelievable to think, but yes, I do believe that's true. The reason our years were cut short, though, to 70 or 80 years is because look at what we can accomplish in wickedness in those few short years. You think of Adolf Hitler, and you think of Joseph Stalin. Both of them died around 50 or 60 years old. And in those few short years, the amount of wickedness that we can produce. Just think about how wicked people could become when they're bent on evil and they're 800-900 years old.